Bread has been a staple of human civilization for over 10,000 years, and today's American bread scene is more diverse and delicious than ever. Let's dive into America's bread basket and discover the top 10 breads that keep Americans coming back for more. Number 10. Parker House Rolls. Born in Boston's Parker House Hotel in the 1870s, Parker House rolls aren't just any dinner bread. They're a delicious piece of American culinary history. Legend says a frustrated baker created their distinctive folded shape by angrily tossing partially made rolls into the oven. Their signature fold down the middle creates a pocket for holding a pat of melting butter. Thanks to a double butter treatment, brushed on before and after baking, it creates layers of incredibly rich, buttery flavor. Perfect for both elegant feasts and casual dinners, they remain a timeless favorite. The historic Parker House Hotel still bakes around 1,000 of these buttery delights daily, following virtually the same unchanged recipe from the 19th century. Every U.S. president since Ulysses S. Grant has enjoyed them, and even German Chancellor Otto von Bismarck requested the recipe be sent to him in Europe. Number 9. Texas Toast. Texas toast elevates ordinary bread through a simple magic. Bread sliced twice as thick, generously coated with butter and garlic. Each hearty, inch-thick slice creates the perfect canvas with a crispy exterior and soft, tender interior. Born in 1941 at the Pig Stand restaurant in Beaumont, Texas, this bread emerged from a happy accident when a bakery delivered bread sliced too thick for standard toasters. Cooks buttered and grilled the slices instead. The improvised creation became an instant hit, and within months, every pig stand across Texas had added it to their menu. This mistake revolutionized American toast. Texas toast has since become a nationwide sensation, especially in barbecue joints and diners. It's evolved into a versatile staple, starring in everything from classic cheese toast, garlic bread, and even southern bread pudding recipes. Its popularity has exploded in fast food chains, too. Dairy Queen alone uses over 1.5 million slices annually in their Texas toast grilled cheese sandwiches. Number 8. Cornbread. A golden, crumbly delight, entered American cuisine when Native Americans first taught European settlers how to grow corn. Their simple pone contained only cornmeal, water, and salt, quite different from today's buttery versions. Regional tastes vary across America. Southerners prefer savory cornbread baked in cast-iron skillets for a crisp crust, while Northerners like it sweeter and cake-like. This sparked the great cornbread debate over whether sugar belongs in the recipe. While modern variations feature bold flavors like jalapeno cheddar and honey butter, traditionalists stick to the basics with cornmeal, eggs, milk, and sugar, or not. Either way, Americans consume about 120 million pounds of cornbread annually. During the Civil War, cornbread fed soldiers on both sides, thanks to its simple ingredients and quick preparation, making it the ideal battlefield bread. Today, it remains central to Southern soul food, with families preserving cast-iron skillets as their dedicated cornbread pans, passed through generations. Number 7. Banana bread. Banana bread is a sweet, moist creation that emerged during the Great Depression when resourceful housewives refused to let overripe bananas go to waste. Americans can't get enough. They search for banana bread recipes over 200,000 times online each month. What makes it so captivating? Unlike most baked goods, this bread actually improves overnight as the flavors deepen and intensify. Banana bread welcomes endless variations and creative twists. From chocolate chips to walnuts toppings, swirled with cream cheese or peanut butter, the possibilities are endless. And let's be honest, it's really just cake pretending to be bread, which perfectly explains why we feel justified having a slice or two for breakfast. Number 6. Hawaiian sweet rolls. Despite their name, Hawaiian sweet rolls weren't actually invented in Hawaii. They were created by Robert Terra, a Japanese-American baker in Hilo, during the 1950s. His recipe drew inspiration from Portuguese sweetbread, which had been a local favorite since the 19th century. What makes these pillowy delights unique is their sweet flavor, achieved through a precise blend of milk, sugar, and butter. Some recipes even incorporate a splash of pineapple juice for an extra tropical touch. Their versatility has made them a party favorite, appearing everywhere from casual buffets as mini sliders to formal holiday dinners, adding a touch of sweetness to the meals. This mainland sensation has become so popular that Hawaiian sweet rolls now represent the fastest-growing bread category in American supermarkets over the past decade. Number 5. New York bagels. The iconic New York bagel has become the gold standard of breakfast perfection. But we're not talking about just any bagel. These are the authentic, boiled then baked rings of dough that have earned New York City's bagels their legendary status worldwide. The secret? Ask any New Yorker and they'll tell you it's the water. At least that's what the rumors say. The city's uniquely soft water, with its low calcium and magnesium content, creates a chewy texture that seems impossible to achieve anywhere else. And this isn't just local pride talking. Some Florida bagel shops go as far as importing New York water or installing specialized filtration systems to recreate that perfect New York chew. Number 4. Artisanal sourdough. While its popularity exploded during the pandemic, sourdough's crusty texture and distinctive tang have been a staple of American bread culture since the Gold Rush era. What makes sourdough special is its living nature. Each loaf begins with a starter, a fermented mixture of flour and water that bakers can keep alive and nurture for decades. In fact, San Francisco's Bowdoin Bakery has been using the same mother dough since 1849. The appeal of sourdough goes beyond its rich history. Through natural fermentation, it transforms into a bread that's easier to digest and more nutritious than conventional yeast-based loaves. Recent studies suggest that the lactobacilli bacteria in sourdough help people with gluten sensitivity, explaining why this ancient bread-making technique is experiencing such a modern revival. The proof is in the numbers. Artisanal sourdough sales have skyrocketed by 250% in the past 5 years, making it the fastest-growing bread category in specialty bakeries nationwide. Number 3. Brioche. Taking the bronze medal position is brioche, the bread that completely changed the American burger scene. This buttery, golden French import has become so popular that it's now as American as apple pie, with U.S. brioche sales exceeding $1.5 billion annually. Brioche is all about the enriched dough. With a higher egg and butter content than traditional bread, brioche achieves a fluffy, tender texture that's simply irresistible. In fact, high-end restaurants report that simply putting the word brioche on their menu can increase burger sales by up to 25%. From French toast at breakfast to bread pudding for dessert, this versatile bread appears in countless dishes throughout the day. You'll even find it serving as gourmet burger buns at lunch and elegant dinner rolls at your evening meal. Number 2. Sandwich bread. Next up is our silver medalist, the sandwich bread, also known as sliced bread. This pantry staple ranks as America's second most popular bread, showing up in lunchboxes and toasters across the country. While it lacks the artisanal flair of sourdough or the romantic allure of French baguettes, this loaf has transformed how Americans eat. It's now a $20 billion industry that sells over 2 billion loaves each year, with Wonder Bread leading as one of the most established brands. Each loaf strikes an ideal balance between structure and softness. The crumb, the inside texture, features a fine, uniform pattern that makes each slice strong enough to hold your meatiest sandwich fillings while remaining soft enough to bite through easily. The history of American sandwich bread showcases remarkable innovation. In the 1930s, pre-sliced bread was such a groundbreaking invention that it inspired the now famous phrase, "the greatest thing since sliced bread." Number 1. Multigrain bread. And finally, taking the crown as America's most beloved bread is the artisan multigrain bread, surpassing the traditional white bread and sparking a revolution in American bread culture. It's become such a status symbol of sophisticated eating that specialty bakeries now sell 3 loaves of multigrain for every 1 loaf of white bread. The science behind multigrain's popularity is impressive. Studies show that bread combining multiple grains provides up to 47% more fiber and 28% more protein than their single-grain counterparts. Plus, the mix of grains creates what food scientists call flavor complexity, a taste experience that keeps us satisfied longer and helps us eat less. But not all multigrain breads are created equal. The best ones combine at least 3 different grains, typically a mixture of wheat, oats, barley, millet, and flax. This blend creates a complex flavor profile that makes every bite interesting. Premium versions even pack in up to 12 different grains and seeds, taking this taste and nutrition to extraordinary levels. Before you go, we'd love to hear from you. Which of these breads is your favorite, and how do you love to enjoy it? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more foodie content.